Greetings. Okay, this reading's gonna start off a little dark, so I I do want to just warn you. Um, but there's definitely light at the end of the tunnel with this one because I'm gonna show you. I don't know. This imagery has a noose for context, so I'm gonna show it. So on the one side, there's this noose. On the other side, there's literally like harbinger of death. Like over here, like literally we got the Grim Reaper. And there you are in the middle with a sword. All you got is your sword and your pants and your feet on the ground, grounded, rooted. You always have nature, you always have your resources, like at the end of the day, like your natural resources is what I mean. I'm not talking about like money and those kinds of things. You always have the ground beneath you at the end of the day. And in a lot of ways, that is what centers you. That like literally he is centered. And so with the Nine of Wands, this is a card about resilience and testing your faith, bro. Like this imagery, even like it's literally saying, okay, are you gonna keep going into battle or are you gonna opt out? You can opt out. If you wanna opt out, you can opt out. And like no one's forcing you to take on these challenges in life. Like no one is forcing you to really take the reins on your life and not let other people control it. And it's literally saying like you have that option to, you know, if you wanted to stop, it can stop. And you can go back to the way things were. Or are you going to pick up that sword and face death? And also with the facing death, that's like facing a rebirth. That's the death card in tarot is like also a card about being born anew. And that doesn't happen with light, like choosing the path of least resistance. Like it just doesn't. It honestly it just doesn't. And I wish it did because I love feeling good. I love feeling jolly, but like that is not how change is actually brought into your world. That's not how change has been brought into my world for me. And like it's for everyone I've spoken to, all my friends and loved ones, it's not the path of least resistance that has really brought them to feel in alignment with themselves. And so the Nine of Wands speaks to that. This is like, don't give up. Like, this is literally the message, don't give up. I know it's hard. Like, truly, I'm like, I don't know what you may be going through, but don't give up on the vision that you want for yourself. Keep pushing. Yeah, the weeds, getting through the weeds of it all, it's not nice. It's not fun. Like I'm just being like direct with that. But we have the lovers. And the lovers is a card about values. When you are in alignment with your values, you attract people who are also in like whose values also align with yours. And when things don't wait, I'm looking like can I show, I'm like can I show this on like YouTube? Like I don't know. They don't even have like like like, like yeah, like they don't even got like genitals like that or anything. Anyways, this is just this card like really just speaks to yes, like this beautiful it can speak to like a beautiful relationship, of course, but it also is like connection of all kinds that is just in alignment with your highest self, and like you are moving towards that. If you don't already feel like you're in that, you are moving towards being in alignment with your higher self. You are moving towards connecting with people who are gonna meet you like where you're at and like inspire you and help you grow. Like you're gonna grow together with people and you guys inspire each other. that's what the Lovers is about. That's what, like, when I feel like we hear like true love and all that, like that's what it's all about. Is like I'm seeing a butterfly and like I'm like, oh, confirmation. Like I'm just like that to me is just another confirmation of just like, yeah, if you want true love, if you want like whether it's like that's attached to like a person or people, or if that's attached, if you want true love in the sense of just like feeling love, feeling like you are love, like feeling a love for life and a lust for life, like the more that you live in alignment with your values and your truth, I feel like it's honestly, I feel like I've been saying a similar message in my most recent readings, because it's like the more you do that, you're actually going to attract what you truly want. If it is in terms of like partner or partners, like write a list of your standards, write a list of all the things that you'd want in a person, and hold yourself accountable to that. Because yes, we can make the list, but if we're not actually like reminding ourselves, like, okay, these are the things I want, and I'm not gonna sacrifice for anything less. If we don't do keep reminding ourselves of that, because it's, you know, maybe your lover appears tomorrow, but maybe your lover appears in 6 years. Like, it's literally like, if you're not patient also with that, and if you don't forgive yourself for being in those relationships that maybe weren't super emotionally fulfilling or inspiring, it's really hard to move into that. But you have to forgive yourself. You have to forgive yourself. The Three of Swords, disappointing situations. Like you're in the disappointment. Like, oh, but you gotta break the chains so that new life can be born with these flowers. Like, do you want the cycle to continue? Yes or no? Like, I'm just like, oh, my card's flying away. Whew. That's what the Three of Swords speaks to. Ooh, the Three of Swords is one of the cards that flew away. I just put it down and it came out reversed. So maybe some of you have actually, you've left the disappointing situation and you've felt the disappointment, you felt the pain. And maybe, you know, the pain comes and goes in waves, but you're moving on. You are moving on, even if it feels like the slowest moving on process that has ever been felt. You are now in that stage of moving on, and finding compassion. Maybe there was like a person or people who've just let you down. Like you expected more from them and you just didn't get that. But compassion is understanding maybe whatever these other people or person's limitations may be, while still having self-respect and like still standing 10 toes down for yourself. Ooh, the Dream Carrier. The Dream Carrier in this deck is the Empress card, number 3. This is a card about abundance. Ooh, I'm sorry, wait, okay, because these are the two that flew off together, the Three of Swords and the Empress. And then they both got put down reverse, like just accidentally. And it's giving, yeah, these are together. Whatever it was that was disappointing you, it was not only disappointing, it was draining. It was literally draining your spirit. Because the Empress is like, that's your spirit. That's your femininity also. And when it's upright, it's like you're embodying the feminine qualities you have. This is, yeah, also like femininity, masculinity. I'm talking about energies also. Like, so it does not matter like how you identify. I'm really just speaking to like the femininity that lives within you, because we all have femininity and masculinity within us. So maybe this situation that you were in, or these people, they were just not nurturing you. Like, they weren't nurturing your spirit. Like, maybe you honestly were doing a lot of nurturing for them, and like with this being reversed, and that nurturing was like it was turning into like root rot. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, because the Empress is like, think fertility and like growth. And so like when I think of like root rot, like just like your plants are overwatered and now it's literally stinky. Like um that is like you overwatered someone else's garden, but you weren't watering your own. Like, and so now yours is all dried up, dusty, and you've been so in the doing, I have to do, that you also weren't letting yourself like receive and truly letting yourself be nurtured. And nurturing yourself, more importantly. Like, when I say let yourself be nurtured, I'm not saying like, no, they should have been doing that to you, because it's not about shoulds or shouldn'ts or what people should or shouldn't do. It's actually about what you should be doing. Like, you can only be responsible for yourself. Are you nurturing yourself? Yes or no? Okay, there's people talking, but we're gonna vibe. Hopefully it's fine. Four of Cups is about like genuinely just feeling like kind of like, okay, what's next? Maybe a little apathetic, or maybe a little bored. Like, it doesn't really feel, you don't feel excited by things in your life right now. And that's because the Devil reversed, which is the sorcerer in this deck. Being in your addiction and attachments and your wounded energy is usually more fun than not being in that energy. And that's like, when you first release that and exit that, it just, it feels weird. Like, it feels strange because you're so used to the push pull, you're so used to the drama, you're so used to these high highs and these low lows. So anything that's not that feels kind of like whatever. Like, it literally just feels like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm bored of this. Or like, what's next? Or like, I'm not being stimulated enough, which is what this Four of Cups energy speaks to. Ooh, what else? What is this all leading up to? You've released so many negative attachments, so many negative relationships. What's it all leading to? The Hierophant. You're becoming someone that other people can look up to. You're becoming a leader. Like, you are actually becoming a leader for real now. It's not just about you, it's about your legacy. That might resonate for some people, that might not. Like, some people, you know, they're just like, what, they don't, you might not even be thinking about like legacy or anything like that. But the Hierophant knows that it's not just all about him. Yes, he guides many people. He is like the sun, and there's like a bunch of little stars following him. But at the end of the day, he is about the good of all and about learning. He wants us all to learn. He has learned himself so that he can now guide and be a teacher for other people. If there's any part of you that wants to be a leader in whatever way that may be, maybe that's a leader within your family, maybe that's a leader within your friend group, maybe that's a leader within on the internet and online communities, or maybe you're literally a teacher, an educator, or something. But this is a card that reminds you that it starts with you. It honestly starts with you. If at your core you don't feel solid in who you are, how can you be guiding other people? Whether that's guiding them towards who they are or guiding them in whatever it is. If you don't feel solid in your beliefs and your faith, and I don't necessarily mean that in like a religious sense at all, just literally just faith, like in general, just hope. Like if you don't feel secure in that and secure in what your purpose is, it's really hard to be a guide for others. When you're living in your wounds and you're letting your wounds dominate your life choices, because it really is about your choices with that devil upright, you you can't really be the hierophant. But you did that work. You released yourself from whatever it was that was draining you, and maybe was like giving you these really high highs, but it always came at a cost. That's the thing to remember. When we talk about like true unconditional love, or we're talking about like security, whether that's in like an attachment style sense or just in general, knowing your values will help you be a leader and help you thrive in whatever the whatever ways that you want. Keep going, keep fighting. I know it's hard, or maybe you're also in that phase of you came out of the fighting and you're like, oh my gosh, this is it, this is my reward. Like, and it's like my reward is like nothing. But no, like your reward is peace of mind, your reward is alignment, your reward maybe not isn't showing up immediately or showing up in tangible physical ways, achievements that you can brag about or whatever the case may be, but it is showing up in feeling grounded in yourself. It is showing up in knowing your values and connecting with people whose values align with yours, which maybe require disconnecting from a lot of other people. And you're being born into a leader for your community, for your loved ones, for whoever it is you want to guide. Let that be the motivation if you're struggling to find that right now, because it's worth it. I promise you. I'm sorry. Genuinely, honestly, I feel the urge to say I'm sorry. I'm extending I'm extending a hug. And you got this. I'll see you soon. I'll see you soon.